It's past 7.
Now, Prince William will give his verdict on the RAF today when he meets the press after 2 weeks of his training course at RAF Cranwell.
He's flying off, so William Wales is hoping to follow in his father's footsteps and earn his wings. So what's still in store for him? Well, Mark Robson is a former RAF pilot and instructor. Morning, Mark.
Good morning.
Learning to fly in the RAF is not the same as learning to fly at a flying club, is
No,
it?
not at all. No, it's a very different ball game because whereas in a civil flying club, you know, you'll go and fly something that's will handle relatively easily. The RAF's airplanes are very much more difficult to fly in many areas, and also that in the Air Force they use them in a very different way.
He'll have spent some time in a simulator going through everything that could possibly happen.
Yes.
So you'd think, well, getting into a plane, barely any difference.
It's not quite like that. I mean, what he's trying to do is to learn 3 different aeroplane types in 4 months, which is quite a task. I mean, what I imagine that the instructors there will be trying to do is to get him up to, I would expect, up to solo standard on each of the 3 airplane types, and then to expose him to some of the more advanced techniques that the Air Force use airplanes for, so aerobatics and low-level flying and formation flying and the sort of more practical applications within a military setting.
And even if you, however well prepared you are on the ground, presumably when you first get into that plane, it's...
Oh, it's a big, yeah. I mean, I look back at my first solo flight and I don't actually remember very much of it because I was so terrified I just blanked the whole thing out. All I remember is the last 2 seconds as the wheels touched the runway, and that's vivid because first thing went through my mind was, I'm still alive, you know, and the second thing was, well, that was great, but wouldn't it be fantastic to go and turn upside down? And instantly you're looking ahead to the next goal, the next step. And I think, you know, that's what William will be going through. He'll be sort of meeting each hurdle and then looking on to the next one all the time.
And then we understand he wants to learn to fly helicopters.
Yes.
Which is, what, completely the other way around from learning from flying
planes? Yes, it's a totally different thing. I mean, I don't have any great experience of flying helicopters, but I do know, for instance, he will have to unlearn a lot of the things that he learns on the first 2 aeroplane types. For a start, the hand movements are back to front. So whereas in a fixed-wing aeroplane, if you take the control column, push it forward, the cows get bigger. You point the nose down, and you pull back, they get smaller. In a helicopter, if you push the control column forward, the cows go past faster. It's all back to front. The left hand, instead of being the go faster, go slower lever, becomes the up and down lever, and the other way around. So it will be quite a challenge to switch from one to the other.
Good fun, though.
Oh, I mean, I envy him terribly to be able to have the opportunity to fly so many different aeroplane types in such a short time.
Mark Robson, thank you very much.
Thank you.
And Prince William was showing off his skills to the press at about 8:15, actually. So if you have any interesting pictures, of course, we'll bring them to you. At the time, 11 minutes past 7.